Today on Drawbli,
we're looking at the art of Tomas Duchek.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow! This feels like a green onion style character or something.
This is so cool.
Some kind of like a root vegetable.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's Grace. She's Miss United States. I love this one.
Yeah, this is so cool. Just the eruption of light passing through the character. They feel translucent. They're glowing. Yeah.
Yeah, almost like some bok choy or something. I just love it. This is a very creative and beautiful piece.
Yeah, I love the design and style of this like collared greens, literal collared greens. Yeah.
I love it. This image to me is delightful because it is both rendered beautifully and it is very funny. Because if you look, he's reading...
He's learning the fireball spell.
Yes.
F-ball.
He's clearly checking to see where he went wrong.
How could I have messed this up?
Right. Let me just double check the wording here, because he's singed off his eyebrows, probably.
Yeah. Well, at least he still has his glorious beard and mustache.
Yes. There's still a little bit of smoke coming from the brim of his hat.
Yes.
I
double
just love
check.
it.
Double check. Oh, whoa. This is cool.
This knight or being who's been absorbed into the tree.
Ooh, very, very Elden Ring.
Yes, very haunting, chilling, and beautifully rendered. I love how the dark face of the character is, of course, standing out against a very light patch here, which is a really good way of commanding focus and contrast.
Yeah, I also love, you can see the arm coming down and you can see the ring on his finger there that has completely turned into a root. And then the fact that this person is still alive.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They look like they're still alive.
They look like they are.
Yet they're pretty much entirely roots at this point.
Right.
That is haunting.
So cool. I wanted to include this. This artist does a ton of gorgeous character work, but I absolutely love this version of lighting with the dark sky. It reminds me of some old masters, how they would like render a town upon a hill.
True.
One glowing rock face here.
It's so
as the sun sets.
unrefined, unfinished. Like it's very large in terms of its brush strokes, but yeah, the lighting is really fascinating here.
I love how so much of the canvas is very, very dark. We can still pick up on everything that's going on everywhere though, because in the foreground we have some ruins, it looks like, these decimated buildings. The sky, we can see specific clouds, maybe the hint of the moon even starting to peek out.
I think so.
I just love it. I had to include that.
Yeah, I wonder what's lighting this city, if it's, what exactly is going on, because it appears to be night here.
Yeah, I would think the last rays of sunset, maybe through some mountain peaks.
Ooh, that might be the case. Yeah, maybe. The sky just seems so dark for something like that. I'm not sure. Oh, this is crazy. I love this flaming hair. Also, this expression.
Yeah.
So terrifying.
Like an old man, but he's smiling. He's grinning.
I find this very creepy.
Yeah,
very
it
disturbing.
is. Like somebody like that, they're out to cause trouble and they don't mind doing it. It's just, I think the title of this one had something to do with in my day.
Nice. Yeah, I also love the rendering on the skin. It feels very saggy in some areas, but stretched in others. You can really notice that on the face quite clearly.
Yeah, for sure. This one, the title has to do with orphans. And it's beautiful. I almost feel like these characters might be blind or something.
Maybe.
Or like the smaller character is leading the older character. But it's beautiful coloring. I love the gold flecked on their faces.
Mixed with all the purple, especially these darker colors and the shadows. Very cool.
Yeah, just a very thoughtful image. I believe the artist mentions they have children of their own and thought of them as they were making this image. It's very cool.
Yeah, and then the gold paint on the face, like the flakes or leaves of gold. Very interesting.
Yeah, beautifully rendered. This is a paladin. I believe that's the only thing in the title, if I recall, is paladin.
I love his tiny book. It's so small. I will now cast a holy spell.
Yeah, there's so much story happening here. Very fun, very interesting. And I love the rendering of the background and the smoke and cloud behind him. We are in the midst of some sort of battle or something.
Everyone pause, I'm casting a healing spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this artist does a really good job with their backgrounds for their characters of creating like just enough information, where with this, like, it's really not painted like out like a huge forest, but it's like the idea of a forest.
Yeah, we're there. We're close enough. I just had to include these big boars too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
cool.
And then this giant skull.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even pick up on that on my first read.
Yeah.
That's why this is so fun to do together, because otherwise I just never would have even noticed.
That's the whole point of these adventures into artwork. To, take a second glance, break it down, notice what we wouldn't have otherwise. This fur is so amazing on this boar.
I love it. The way it has its own like life and character. It curls off of him. Like, it's not hyper realistic.
This clearly had a lot of time and love poured into this piece.
I really like this piece. Again, this is just kind of a landscape setting, but it's so beautiful with the pink coming out from behind the little hutch with the little light glowing from within.
Yeah, such unique coloring. I love it.
Yeah, I even included this thought layout he included of how he went about this piece, which originally had figures in it.
A very different layout of the pieces as well originally. So
Isn't that interesting?
Initially with the door being open, we have a character, and then the door is shut and the character disappears.
Yeah, such an interesting choice to go from all these characters to just the scene itself. Yeah, some sort of Poseidon representation, I feel like.
Yeah, he is cool.
A big sea god causing like this big geyser.
Yeah, look at the gills on his stomach there.
Oh, I didn't see those. What a fun detail.
Yeah, I love his horns having the like 4 horns or 2 sets of 2 pairs.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
What a cool idea. I feel like this is just, him creating this cool character. This I have seen. He designed it for the cover of a board game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I wonder what game.
I didn't include the version of the image that has the title laid across it, but it did make me want to play the game and get it. But it's definitely a game where I feel like there's an element of battling and an element of farm trading.
I love battling and farm trading. Also, there's a link down below to more of this artist's work where you can find out the name of the game as well as see all their other amazing paintings.
Yeah.
Wow, this is done very well. So this is clearly a hobbit because round door equals hobbit.
Yeah, I believe this is the old gaffer, or Hamfast Gamgee, I think is his full name.
I wouldn't know. This is your...
This is my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I hope I didn't just butcher his name, but I do think it's pretty darling how he's looking so fondly at his little potatoes, and he's got his marginally pointed hobbit ears. I have to include a good Lord of the Rings reference,
Yeah, yes you do. As often as you can. Wow, this artist is just so good at rendering.
Yeah, I like the echo of the figure's face almost. He kind of looks potato-like in his head. No offense, Gaffer, or whatever his name is. And then the potato also being so like rounded.
Yeah, it's so bulbous. Really fun.
Maybe that's the title of the game or something. A part of the game. But I love the beautiful script here of playing across this gorgeous sky. Such an old master feel to it.
And I love how part of this tree is dead.
Yeah.
This top left corner with all these, potentially rotting branches.
Right. There's so much juicy detail there. This one is called Cursed. Can you see why?
Can I see why they're cursed?
Yeah.
Oh, do they have a cursed amulet? I do not know.
Oh, I don't know why they're cursed, but can you see the manifestations of the curse?
Oh, yes, I can see the manifestations. So you were asking a question that you, in fact, did not know the answer to.
I knew the answer to the question that I thought I was asking.
Well, he is very cool. I love... We saw in an image earlier, like the tattered clothing of that character turning into roots. I love the way they create their like dirtied and torn fabric. Like they are just so good at that.
And the detail in his face is incredible. Just incredible.
I can see why he's cursed.
Yes, I can see the black and tan. I like the emotion in this image of, the child going to the soldier who might be her father, for comfort, and he's probably got like a big battle ahead and he is thinking about her safety, and it's just a beautiful image.
Yeah, this is like such a sad image, yet it's so colorful and saturated.
It is deeply saturated. He's brightly decorated.
And I love the lighting on the helmet. There's some bright light source off here to the right. Like, I feel like the battle is maybe going on just over there, and he's about to run off and go fight.
Okay, we're going to end on a quick series that I just had to include by this artist.
Okay.
And this series, I believe, is called The Astronaut's Vacation.
Okay.
So it's a vacation, and so it's set in the style of like these vacation photos, where here he's posing in front of his ship, which appears to have crash landed, but we won't regard that.
It looks like he's on the beach.
Here he is holding up a flower he found.
Very nice.
I think that's a tornado behind him in the background.
Oh, I thought it was maybe the smoking wreckage of his ship.
Oh, that could also very well be.
And then the reflection
of him taking like a selfie.
Yeah, that's cool.
So good. Here he is, just, I don't know, maybe there's low gravity here.
Hopefully there's low gravity here. Jumping into the sunset or sunrise there.
Right. So cool. And then, look at this.
Whoa, I found a face hugger.
Like his arm is stretched out again, taking a selfie. Oh, check this out. And then, oh my gosh, he's still got his little like GoPro or whatever. Look at this.
Yeah, I love the arm sticking out for the selfie and all these.
And all that reflected in the helmet. And then the alien with the peace sign. He's like, get a picture with me. He's giving it bunny ears.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And if you want to have bunny ears, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
And this is the part where we say Goomba.